Welcome back everyone. In the last video we have discussed what? We have discussed the primary sex organ, that is testis, right? We have seen that the testis is lined by what? It is lined by testicular lobules, okay? It is lined by testicular lobules, okay? And each testicular lobules contains what? It will contains the seminiferous tubules. How many seminiferous tubules? There are around 250 testicular lobules in a testis, and each testicular lobules contains 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. So how many seminiferous tubules will be there in one testis? It is around 750 seminiferous tubules. Simple mathematics, okay? 750 seminiferous tubules in each testis, okay? So this seminiferous tubules is lined by two types of cells, right? We have seen it is lined by two types of cells. Male germ cells which will produce the sperms, and Sertoli cells which will give nourishment to the sperm cells or sperms, okay? The Sertoli cells will also produce a hormone called as inhibin, okay? Sertoli cells, they will produce a hormone called as inhibin, okay? Very important, okay? They will produce a hormone called as inhibin, right? And the space between the two seminiferous tubules is called as what? They are called as the interstitial cells, and it contains what? It contains the interstitial cells. What is the name of interstitial cells? It is called as Leydig cells, okay? It is called as Leydig cells, right? And this will produce what? They will produce male androgens. Which is a male androgen? It is the testosterone, okay? The main androgen is the testosterone, okay? Other than these three cells, okay, other than these three cells, some immunocompetent cells are also produced in or present in testis, okay, which will helps to remove the pathogens, okay. Some immunologically potent cells or immunocompetent cells are also present in testis also, okay. So what are the four types of cells? We have seen the male germ cell, we have seen the Sertoli cells, we have seen the Leydig cells, and some immunocompetent cells, okay. These are the four types of cells present in testis, okay. Now we'll see the ducts, okay. We'll see the ducts, right. We have, which is the ducts present in the testis? It is the seminiferous tubules, right, which is the seminiferous tubules, okay. Now we are going to deal with this is the primary sex organ, okay. Now we are going to see the secondary sex organ. What are the secondary sex organs in males? We have said that what? That these are the accessory ducts, okay. Accessory ducts, okay. Then the accessory glands and the external genitalia, okay. These three constitute what? These three constitute the secondary sex organs in males, okay. Accessory ducts, accessory glands, and external genitalia constitutes the secondary sex organs in males, okay. Now we are going to discuss the secondary sex organs. Now, okay, first one what? It is the accessory duct, okay. We are going to see what are the accessory ducts, okay. We are going to see what are the accessory ducts, okay. So we have seen that what? It is the seminiferous tubules. These are seminiferous tubules, okay. Our seminiferous tubules which will leave the testicular lobules, right. These seminiferous tubules, okay, so there are around 750 seminiferous tubules, okay. So these seminiferous tubules which will leave the testicular lobules will form a network of ducts, okay, will form a network of duct, and this is called as what? This is called as rete testis, okay. This is called as rete testis, okay. So the seminiferous tubules which will leave the testicular lobules, okay, which will leave the testicular lobules. I'm not saying testis, okay. The seminiferous tubules leave the testicular lobules, the compartments of testis, okay. Testicular lobules to form a network of ducts called as what? Called as rete testis. This is the first accessory duct, okay. It forms the network of ducts called as rete testis, okay. So this network of ducts later forms straight tubes, okay. Can you see here? This network later form straight tubes, okay. This network later form straight tubes, okay. There are around 10 to 20 straight tubes, okay. There are around 10 to 20 straight tubes, okay. This is called as what? This is the vasa efferentia or efferent ductules, okay. Efferent ductules. Efferent ductules or vasa efferentia, okay. So this rete testis and efferent ductules are present inside the testis only. Okay, they are present inside the testis only, they haven't leave the testis. Okay, so this efferent ductules, okay, these 10 to 20 efferent ductules will leave from the upper and posterior surface of the testis. Can you see here, upper, this is, consider this is the testis. Okay, this is the upper and back side, posterior, and what we'll call the posterior side, we'll call it as dorsal surface. Anterior side is called as ventral surface and posterior side is called as dorsal surface. Okay, so the upper and dorsal surface of the testis. Okay, okay, the efferent ductules, okay, the efferent ductules will leave the upper and dorsal surface of the testis and connects to a highly coiled single tube. Okay, it get connected to a highly coiled single tube. Okay, this get connected to a highly coiled single, it is a coiled tube. Okay, highly coiled single tube. Okay, it is connected to a highly coiled, bear with the drawing, I will give you pictures, okay, to understand it clearly. Okay, so it will get connected, this straight ductules or the efferent ductules, these straight tubes, okay, 10 to 20 straight tubes, they will get connected to where? They will leave the testis and connects and they connect to a highly cold tube called as what? Called as epididymis. Okay, it is called as epididymis. Okay, this is the third one. Okay, so they will connect to the epididymis. Okay, it is a highly cold single tube called as epididymis. Okay, so the efferent ductules will leave the testis from the upper and dorsal surface of the testis and connects to a highly coiled single tube called as efferent ductules. Understand? Sorry, highly coiled single tube called as epididymis. Okay, epididymis. Okay, we will see what is the function of epididymis. Okay, this epididymis will store the sperms or will store the sperms produced from the testis for a temporary period. Okay, temporary period. How much will be the temporary period? It is around 1 month. Okay, it will store sperms for 1 month. Okay, temporary storage. Okay, so during this 1 month, what will happen to the sperms? The sperm will get mature. Okay, sperm will get mature. So what will be the function of epididymis? It is the maturation of sperms. Okay, so the function of epididymis is maturation of sperms. Okay, so it is a highly coiled single tube, right, and it will store sperms for 1 month of time, right, a temporary storage. And what happens in this temporary storage time? There will be maturation of sperms occurs. Okay, so which part where maturation occurs? It is in the epididymis. Okay, previous NEET question. Okay, so maturation of sperms occur at epididymis. Understand? The sperms will get stored in the epididymis for a temporary period of 1 month, and during that time maturation of the sperms occur. Understand? Okay. Okay, so where will be the location of epididymis? It is present in scrotum, right? Epididymis is present where? It is present in the scrotum. Okay, so this epididymis then later connects to which part? It then later connects to a straight tubules, okay, which will move to the abdominal cavity, right? Right, we have seen testis is present in outside pouch, right? Pouch outside the abdominal cavity called as scrotum. So we have to move back to the abdominal cavity. So this epididymis connect to a straight tube called as what? It is called as vas deferens. Okay, vas deferens. Okay, this vas deferens will opens into where? The vas deferens will moves into the abdominal cavity. Okay, this vas deferens will moves to the abdominal cavity. Okay, and this the terminal end of the vas deferens. Okay, and where does this goes? This vas deferens will go to the abdominal cavity. Cavity to where? To the it will forms. Okay, this vas deferens will this is one side, right? The vas deferens from other side also will come. Okay, this is one, the vas deferens comes from the other side, and together they form the ejaculatory duct. Okay, ejaculatory duct. Okay, ejaculatory duct. Okay, and the terminal end of the vas deferens, okay. The terminal end of the vas deferens is a dilated structure, okay. It is a dilated structure, okay, called as what? Called as the ampulla. Okay, so the terminal end of the vas deferens is a dilated structure called as the ampulla where the sperms get stored. Okay, where the sperms get stored. Epididymis is only temporary storage, right? It will be stored only for 1 month. Okay, but where this permanent storage? It is in the ampulla of the vas deferens. So, which is the structure which stores sperms? It is the vas deferens. Understand? The structure which stores sperms is vas deferens. Epidermis is what? It is a structure where maturation of sperms occur. Okay. So, the epididymis is present in scrotum, right? In the scrotum, epididymis connected to a straight tube called as vas deferens, which will goes to the abdominal cavity and together from the both side. Okay. The both vas deferentia together forms the ejaculatory duct. Okay. Ejaculatory duct. Okay, this ejaculatory duct, okay, so we have the 4 vas deferentia, which is the 4th one, right? The ejaculatory duct, or it will opens into what? It will opens into the prostatic urethra, right? Okay, this will open into the prostatic urethra. So what will be the structure which will be passing through here? The vas deferens will coil around which structure? It will coil around the ureter, right? We have the bladder here, okay? We have the bladder here, okay? After bladder only the urethra comes, okay? Can you imagine the picture? Can you imagine the picture? Because this part is male reproductive system, okay? Here what we are seeing, we have seen the urinary system, okay? We have seen the urinary system where we have the bladder here, okay? We have the bladder here, we have the urethra here. So this which will be this structure where the vas deferens will coils around. It is the ureter, right? So the vas deferens will coils around the ureter, okay? It will coils around the ureter, okay? And forms the ampulla and commonly or combine together to form the vas deferens from both sides will combine together to form the ejaculatory duct, okay? This ejaculatory duct will open into prostatic urethra, which will later forms the penile urethra. Okay, which will later forms the penile urethra. Okay, understand? So, which are the accessory ducts? The accessory ducts are rete testis, efferent ductules, epididymis, vas deferens. Okay, these are the accessory duct. Okay, so the epididymis is connected to vas deferens, which will goes to the abdominal cavity, coils around the urethra, joins with the other vas deferens, okay, vas deferens from the other side to form ejaculatory duct, which will open into the prostatic urethra to the prostatic urethra, then continues as penile urethra, right? It will opens into the urethral meatus, okay, urethral meatus, okay, it will opens into the urethral meatus. Okay, this is the pathway through which our sperm travels, right? It is produced in the seminiferous, the sperms are produced in the seminiferous tubules, okay? It is produced in the seminiferous tubules. After seminiferous tubules, what comes? A network of ducts comes, right? A capillary or a connective network comes, like it is the rete testis, okay? From rete testis, 10 to 20 straight tubules, right? Straight tubules will be formed. It is called as efferent ductules or vasa efferentia, okay? They will leave the testis, right, from the upper and dorsal surface of testis, okay? They will leave the upper and dorsal surface of the testis to form and connected to the epididymis, which is a highly coiled tube, right? Epididymis. And what happens here? The temporary storage of the sperm and maturation of the sperms occur, right? From epididymis, the vas deferentia will go up to the vas deferens will go up to the abdominal cavity where it coils around the ureter, okay, coils around the ureter, and the terminal end of the vas deferens is called as what? It is called as ampulla, where the sperms are stored, okay, where the sperms are stored, okay, where the sperms are stored, and it will get connected with the vas deferens from the other side to form the ejaculatory duct, okay. The ejaculatory duct will then opens into the prostatic urethra, which then later forms the penile urethra and opens out via the urethral meatus. Understand the pathway? Urethral meatus, okay. So this is the accessory ducts, okay. We will list the accessory ducts once again. Okay, so where are the accessory ducts? Okay, which are the accessory ducts? First one, it is the rete testis. Okay, then comes what? Then comes the efferent ductules. Okay, then comes what? Then comes the epididymis. Then comes what? Then comes the vas deferens. Okay, these are the 4 accessory ducts. Okay, and last vas deferens will open from what? From the ejaculatory duct. Forms the ejaculatory duct. Understand? Forms the ejaculatory duct. Okay, so these are the accessory ducts. Okay, so what is the potential questions from each of this? Rete testis, it is the network of ducts. Okay, it is a network of ducts. Okay, and what will be there are these are the straight ducts. Okay, 10 to 20 straight ducts. Okay, and this is a structure which will leaves the testis. Okay, leaves the testis. Okay, which will leaves the testis. Okay, these straight tubes or efferent ductules are the structures which will leaves the testis. Okay, epididymis what? It is temporary storage. Okay, so what happens during the time of temporary storage? Maturation of sperms. Okay, maturation of sperms, right? And vas deferens is which carries it to the abdominal cavity. From it connects scrotum to the abdominal cavity. The vas deferens is a structure which connects scrotum to the abdominal cavity, right? Connects to abdominal, vas deferens connect to abdominal cavity. And what is the function? It will permanently stores or storage of sperms occurs in vas deferens. Okay, right? Storage of sperms occurs in vas deferens. Okay, so everything are 2 in number, right? Epididymis is 2 in number, vas deferens is 2 in number. What about ejaculatory duct? It is only single because 2 vas deferens join together to form a single ejaculatory duct. Okay, single ejaculatory duct. Okay, these are the accessory ducts. Okay, clear everyone? Accessory ducts. Okay, now we are going to see the accessory glands. The accessory glands. Okay, the accessory glands, right? Which is the first one? First one, it is the seminal vesicle. Okay, seminal vesicle. Okay, seminal vesicle. Okay, first one, it is the seminal vesicle. Where it opens? It opens to the ampulla of which part? Vas deferens. Very good. Okay, this seminal vesicle will opens into the ampulla of vas deferens, right? So how many vas deferens we have? We have 2 vas deferens. So how many seminal vesicles? 2 seminal vesicles. That means it is a paired gland. It is a paired gland. Okay, and what will it secrete? It will secrete seminal fluid. It will secrete seminal fluid. Okay, seminal fluid. Understand? It will secrete seminal fluid. Okay, this seminal fluid is a transparent jelly-like. It is a transparent jelly-like substance. Okay, it is a transparent jelly-like substance. Okay, the seminal fluid is a transparent jelly-like substance. Okay, Okay, so seminal fluid is a transparent jelly like substance. Okay, and this seminal fluid is rich in fructose. Okay, this seminal fluid is rich in fructose, which will gives energy to sperms. Okay, or this will act as the fuel to sperms. This fructose will act as the fuel to sperms. Okay, this was a previous year question, right? Which is the fuel? It is the fructose, not glucose. It is fructose, because the sperm has to travel in the female genital tract, right? It has to travel up to the ovum, right? It has to travel the all way through the female genital tract to the ovum. For that it needs energy, and this is provided by the fructose present in the seminal fluid. Okay, and what is the other function of seminal fluid? It will provide lubrication. Okay, it will provide lubrication during coitus, okay, or intercourse. Okay, this is the function of, or this is the secretion of seminal vesicle. Okay, so the seminal vesicle, it opens into where? It opens into the ampulla of vas deferens. Okay, it opens into the ampulla of vas deferens. Very, very important. Opens into the ampulla of vas deferens, right? Since two vas deferens, so seminal vesicle also, it's a two, right? It's a paired gland, right? It's a paired gland, right? And it secretes what? It secretes the seminal fluid, right? It secretes the seminal fluid, right? And the seminal fluid is a transparent jelly-like substance. Okay, transparent jelly-like substance which is rich in fructose, which will be the fuel to sperms, or which will provide energy to the sperms. Okay, and what's the other function? It will also provide lubrication during intercourse. Okay, it's also provide lubrication during intercourse. Okay, this is the first gland, that is seminal vesicle. Okay, now we'll move on to the second gland. Okay. Okay, the second gland is the prostatic gland, or the prostate gland. Okay, the second gland is the prostate gland or prostatic gland. Okay, where this opens? This opens into the prostatic urethra. Okay, which is the prostatic urethra? From ejaculatory duct will opens into the prostatic urethra, right? So this prostate gland will opens into the prostatic urethra, or maybe in the question they will be given just urethra. Okay, so prostatic gland will opens into the urethra. Okay, and what will it secrete? It will secrete prostatic fluid. Okay, it will secrete prostatic fluid, right? Prostatic fluid is a milky white. Okay, it is milky jelly like substance. Okay, it is not transparent, but it is milky jelly like substance. Okay, it is milky jelly like substance. Okay, so what is the function of prostatic fluid? Its function is sperm activation. Okay, function is sperm activation. Okay, understand the importance of prostatic fluid and prostate gland, right? The prostate gland produce prostatic fluid. Okay, prostatic fluid, and it is function is sperm activation. Okay, sperm activation. Okay, so the prostate gland opens into the prostatic urethra, and it secretes the prostatic fluid, and okay, it is a milky jelly like substance, and its function is sperm activation. Understand? Now we have the third gland. Okay, we have the third gland. Which is the third gland? We have the bulbourethral gland. Bulbourethral gland. Okay, or it is also called as Cowper's gland. Okay, it is the bulbourethral gland or the Cowper's gland. Okay, bulbourethral gland or the Cowper's gland. Okay, they will secrete what? They will secrete the lubricating fluid. Okay, lubricating fluid. Okay, before that, where will it open? It will open into the penile urethra. Okay, it will opens into the penile urethra. Bulbourethral gland opens into the penile urethra. Okay, And it will secrete what? It will secrete lubricating fluid. It is just a transparent fluid. Okay, it's just a transparent fluid, that is a lubricating fluid. It will secrete the lubricating fluid which will give lubrication to penis. Okay, this lubricating fluid will give lubrication to penis during the time of sexual intercourse. Understand the three glands? Okay, understand the three glands. So what are the three glands? We have the prostate gland, we have the bulbourethral gland, and the first one, it is the seminal vesicle. Okay, and prostate gland, it is an unpaired gland. Okay, it is an unpaired gland because it is single in number. Okay, it is only one in number, it is not paired. But bulbourethral gland, it is a paired gland. Okay, it is a paired gland. Okay, it is a paired gland. So seminal vesicle and bulbourethral gland are what? They are paired glands. Okay, whereas prostate gland is unpaired gland. Okay, and seminal vesicle will produce what? It will produce seminal fluid. Prostate gland will produce prostatic fluid, and bulbourethral gland will produce lubricating fluid. Okay, and where will it open? Seminal vesicle will open into the ejaculatory duct or the ampulla of the vas deferens, right? And prostatic gland will open into the prostatic urethra, and the bulbourethral gland will open into the penile urethra, right? Function, what is the function? Seminal vesicle increase in fructose which will provide energy to the sperms, right? Prostatic gland, it will produce what? It will produce prostatic fluid, right? And function is sperm activation. And the bulbourethral gland, it will give lubrication to penis during the time of sexual intercourse. Okay, so these are the three accessory ducts. Okay, so we have seen the accessory ducts and accessory glands. Okay, so the sperm produced from the seminiferous tubules. Okay, the sperm produced from the seminiferous tubules plus the secretion of the accessory glands. Okay, secretions from the accessory glands. Okay, this together constitute what? This two sperms plus the secretions from the accessory ducts. Okay, sorry, accessory glands, which are secretions. We have the seminal fluid, we have the prostatic fluid, and we have the lubricating fluid, right? So the secretions from the accessory glands plus the sperms. Okay, sperms from the seminiferous tubules. Okay, this together constitute what? This together constitute the semen. Okay, this is what is ejaculated into the female genital tract. Okay, semen is what is ejaculated or transferred into the female genital tract, right? So the transfer of the semen is called as insemination. Okay, that is called as insemination. And what will be the amount of semen? There is amount of semen is 2 to 4 ml per ejaculation. Okay, 2 to 4 ml of semen is ejaculated into the female genital tract during each coitus. Okay, 2 to 4 ml. And what will be the sperm count in semen? The sperm count is 20 to 100 million sperms. Okay, per ml of the semen. Okay, the sperm count is 20 to 100 million sperms per ml of the semen. Okay, so in this 20 to 100 million sperms, okay, per ml, 50% of the sperms, okay, 50% of the sperm should be active, mature, okay, or should be normal for the fertilization to occur. Okay, to fertilization to occur, 50% of this 20 to 100 million sperm should be active, mature, and normal. Okay, so this is a sperm count, and this is the content of semen. Okay, this is ejaculated into the female genital tract. Okay, understand? And how this is ejaculated, or with the help of what? With the help of the external genital organ in male. And which is the external genital organ present in male? The external genital organ present in male is the penis. Okay, the external genital organ in male, it is the penis. Okay, this is the penis. Okay, it is made up of a specialized tissue called as erectile tissue. Okay, it is made up of specialized tissue called as erectile tissue. Right, and what it has to, this organ will helps in insemination, right? This genital organ will helps in insemination, and it is made up of a specialized tissue called as erectile tissue, right? And in the end, okay, in the end of this penis, it is bulged. Okay, the terminal end of the penis is bulged and called as what? It is called as glans penis. Okay, the terminal end of the penis is bulged and called as what? Called as glans penis. This glans penis is covered by a skin. Okay, the glans penis is covered by a skin, and that is called as what? It is called as the foreskin or prepuce. Okay, the terminal end of the penis is bulged, okay, and that end is called as glans penis, which is covered by skin, and that is called as foreskin or prepuce, which is usually removed in a procedure called circumcision. Okay, this foreskin or prepuce is removed in a procedure called circumcision. Okay, and this is a, so this penis, the erection of the penis, okay, the erection of the penis, okay, the erection of the penis, this facilitates the insemination process, and this erection is a vascular process. Okay, this erection is a vascular process. What is meant by vascular process? The erection occurs due to increased blood flow to the penis. Okay, this is erection is not due to any muscles or nothing like that. It is a vascular process. What is meant by vascular process? That means erection occurs when there is an increased blood flow to the penis. Okay, that is called as vascular process. So erection of penis is a vascular process. Okay, so it is the penis is a male external genital organ. Okay, and this is made up of specialized tissue called as erectile tissue. Right, erectile tissue, and the end of the penis is bulged, and it is called as glans penis, which is covered by the foreskin or prepuce, okay, which is removed during the procedure called as circumcision. Right, and the erection of the penis is a vascular process which facilitates the insemination or the gamete transfer. Okay, this is about the external genital organ. So we have discussed the testis or the primary sex organ. In the secondary sex organ, we have discussed the accessory ducts, accessory glands, and the external genitalia. Understand? This is about the male reproductive system.